Hello everybody and welcome back to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. It is match day. SA versus Ireland, 9 o'clock tonight. And as you can see, we are in the middle of Paris. I've got the Louvre behind me, and we are starting to really ramp up our build-up for tonight's game, which should be absolutely epic. The number 1 team in the world versus the number 2 team in the world. And in a week of a lot of build-up, a lot of anticipation, we are finally going to find out just who will come out on top tonight. Interesting, in fact, I spent last night walking around Paris, going to a couple of bars, speaking to some Irish fans, some Springbok fans. There's a lot of Ireland support, by the way. Apparently about 30,000 travelling supporters expected. When I was walking around, plenty of Springboks supporters around as well. The interesting thing when I was speaking to a lot of Irish fans is that they reckon they're pretty confident of winning the game tonight, but not the tournament. Referencing that quarterfinal, sort of monkey on the back that they just haven't been able to shake off yet, and they're not having the mentality to win World Cup playoff games. And what I thought I'd do now is do a bit of a combined 23, or combined 15 rather, combined team, which is actually a bit of input from the various fans last night. Sat down with an Ireland fan at one of the bars that we're going to go to later and do a couple of videos there. And we basically broke down the two squads, the two 23s available for today, and we named a combined 15. And this is what we decided. So the front row was pretty hotly contested. Stephen Kitsoff gets in at number 1. Number 2, we're going with Dan Sheehan. Is not starting, but is in the 23, so we have included him in number 2 in our combined 15, and we've got Tyke Furlong at tight head as a better overall player than Frans Maherbe. Scrummaging wise, I think Frans Maherbe is second to none. I think he's very important on defence, but Tyke Furlong has it all. He's got the carrying game, he's got the scrummaging ability, he's good in the loose as well, great defender as well. He's just world class. Second row, very, very hotly contested as well. Nagia Snyman, has to enter the conversations. The way that Franco Most is playing these days now is starting to enter conversation. James Ryan's a brilliant player. But we decided if you can put Tyke Byrne and Eben Etzebeth into the same lock duo, I don't think you'd find a better lock duo. Maybe not complement each other in the best of ways, although I do think that Tyke Byrne's got such a great skill set. I think that probably actually would work very well as a lock duo. The loose duo as well, we've gone pretty Irish based. We've got Josh van der Fleer in, we've got Pieter-Steph du Toit, and then we've gone with Kellen Doris at number 8. So far the Springboks in the combined 15 in the pack are Pieter-Steph du Toit, Eben Etzebeth, and Stephen Kitsoff. So 3 out of the 8 players. We've given 5 to Ireland so far. If you look at the halfback pairing, we've got 1 South African, 1 Irish player. We're going to put Faf de Klerk in at number 9, ahead of Jamison Gibson Park. But we have to concede Johnny Sexton as one of the greatest fly halves ever is probably the number 10 in this combined 15. Similarly, we've got combinations in our backline. The centres, Bundy Aki, Gary Ringrose as a combination, we decided was probably fair. Bundy Aki versus Damien Dalendi, I think as a player, I would generally take Damien Dalendi, but the form that Bundy Aki is right now, he gets in there at 12. However, with the wings, we've gone with the 11 and 14 from South Africa. Cheslin Colby at 11, gone with Currie Arons at 14, ahead of James Lowe and Mac Hansen. Mac Hansen was the one that we were debating, Mac Hansen versus Currie Arons, but you can't argue the form that Currie Arons is in at the moment. And then 15, we debated this a lot. I wanted my Damien Willems in there. I just think he's so world class. He's got everything he needs to be the best player in the world. I genuinely believe that he could become the best player in the world. But in terms of established 15s, in terms of an overall quality of player, I conceded to Hugo Keenan, but after a lot of debate, because I do think that tonight Damien Willems could be one of the most important players in that Springbok team. That is our combined 15. Let me know what changes you would make. In terms of South Africans, we've got Stephen Kitsoff in there, we've got Eben Etzebeth in there, we've got Pieter-Steph du Toit in the pack. In terms of the back line, just the 3 players, Faf de Klerk and our 2 wings at the moment. Where would you change? Who would you change? Let me know down in the comments below. Smash like on the video. Come and join me on the watch along later. Let's make this day even better by making it a brilliant watch along and by really sort of building up the hype for what could be one of the best Rugby World Cup pool games ever. Kickoff is at 9 o'clock at Stade de France. We'll see you guys then.